Hi everyone, this is Dan and the Future Holds Crypto. So, what did we discuss the last time? We discussed about stocks and dubious speculation. So basically, I was telling you that the 14th and the 15th of December are crucial dates because that's when the Federal Reserve will give us some hints on what they will do in the future related to tapering and interest rates. And I know that people think that some people think that crypto is not correlated to the stock market, but if we look at something, crypto has existed or started to exist basically since since 2010 with Bitcoin, 2009. But what I wanted to show is that since crypto started to exist, we have been in a constant uptrend with the crypto with the stock market. And yes, we did have some corrections, and of course in Bitcoin as well, and in crypto in general. But what I wanted to show you is that okay, well, you know, we had the March stock crash, which brought us to it was 35% drop, which is huge for the stock market. But that was gave us a very good impression on what crypto would do in a situation like this, and we saw what it did here right here. When Bitcoin had 63% correction, not double, but close to double. So yeah, basically that's what I think, that what the stock market is doing is important to see how crypto will hold basically. So if we look on the macro scale, on the economic scale, we know that there was an important event on the 15th where Federal Reserve will talk about tapering and about interest rates. As you know, since the March crash, since here, basically they stopped this market crash with injection of cash into the stock market. Basically, they bought around, I think, around 120 billion per month in bonds. So that basically helped the market in an artificial way not to drop, and you can see here what it did. Basically, since the crash, if you can measure it two ways. You can measure it from here, which is basically did a 40% increase, or you can actually, if you measure it from here, it did 2x basically. So also, they also reduced the interest rates to almost zero, and that's very important because basically it helped people to move into riskier assets, like even the stock market is considered risky assets, and the crypto as well, which is riskier than the stock market in general. If you think on the, at least on the mid level, because in the macro scale, you know that Bitcoin was the best asset of this decade, but this basically, the announcement happened last week, and we saw that but basically what everyone was scared, because they were saying or speculating on the fact that they will increase interest very fast and reduce the tapering. And basically the Federal Reserve actually I think that the message was positive, because what they announced was in terms with what the market was actually expecting. So basically it was a good thing, and I think that at least that was to some degree taken off the table as a risk, and I think that most of it was already priced in, especially in the stock market. There are other things that are going on right now, but this at least is a good thing, because basically they announced that they will reduce the tapering with 30 billion per month, but from 120 billion. So and it will be wrapping up in March. But the good thing is that they will not raise the interest rates until they stop the tapering. So basically until March we will not see interest rates increases, and after that we will see different steps depending on what's going on, because it's not only a decision based on now. They will have meetings, then they will study what how the market evolves until March. But in any way, the projection was like the end of 2022 to have a 0.9 interest rate, and increased in 3 steps. So probably in March it will be somewhere around 0.5 or something like that, which is not that big. So this is off the table, I think, for the moment. We will still have to watch this closely, but they will actually, and we'll see what happens in March. I think that this gives us some room to have some correct, not correction, but retracement in the both stock market and the crypto market. And besides that, I wanted to show you something. It's the time to zoom out. Because the fear is great in the market. But if you zoom out here, and I'm going to look on the basically not short term, because I this is on the weekly, and you can see here basically this is it's testing this very dangerously right here. Hopefully it will not break it. At least this is a higher low. There are some people that see this as a channel like this. Hopefully we will not get here, because this is kind of dangerous zone for Bitcoin, but still in an upward trend. And you can see here that it's for the moment testing it, and usually this formation is ascended triangle is kind of has a better chance of breaking upwards, not downwards. That's something that you can look at. There are some other bearish indicators, of course, but on the macro level, this is actually looking okay. Also, if you look at the hash ribbons here, we have not yet crossed into bearish territory here. We still have a chance for rebound. Another indicator. Stochastic RSI. No, I have to remove one of these. Actually, it's here. You can see here we are already in a place where it has a good chance to rebound, but I'm not sure about that yet, because you can see here when it went down, it stayed here for a while. So let's see how that goes. But at least this doesn't look as bad. If you also look on the month, it's actually looking quite good as well. It's testing heavily here, so it's important to see how we closed December. And I also wanted to show you something else, and this is basically the last part. But look at the Bitcoin balance on exchanges, right? First of all, let's do a little bit zoom out. So basically, the price is lowering, but the exchange, the Bitcoin from the supply from the Bitcoin from exchanges is actually dropping. And this is a very interesting metric, because basically it shows that more Bitcoin is getting out of the exchanges while the price is dropping. And basically, it seems that big institutions or whales are actually buying at these prices. What do we have here? If we look here, we have about 2.5 million Bitcoin in circulation right now. And when did we see a value like this the last time? It was around here. So it was August, September 2018. So let me show you another thing. Let's look at the supply. So we were talking about August 2018. Let's look at that. So it's around here. So then we had about 17 million Bitcoin in existence, right? And now we have almost 19. So it's about 1.7 million difference, Bitcoin difference since August 2018 and now. So that means that we have 1.7 million Bitcoin more in the market, but we have less supply on exchanges, or the same supply on exchanges since then, when we actually had 1.7 million Bitcoin less on the market than now. That's an interesting metric to look at, right? So the interest in Bitcoin appears to have risen greatly. So another thing that I was actually watching, because I was looking at this and saying, okay, when was the last time when the supply from exchanges went down while the price went down? As you can see here, most of the time when the supply from exchanges went down, the actual Bitcoin price rose. So that makes sense because it was the movement when it created basically the price increase. But if you look from the beginning, most of the time, I mean, I don't have a clear number, but in most cases, more than 90% maybe, when the supply went down, as you can see here, the price went up, right? And here, price went down, supply on exchanges went up. Again, price went down, the price on exchanges, the supply on exchanges went up. So you can see here, so let's zoom in a bit. So when let's look at when this price started to increase. So basically, the price went up, the supply went down, and then you can see here the last time basically the movement, the price went down and the supply went up. But look, and you can see here, this is a part of the movement. The price went up and the supply went down. But let's look on the smaller time frame. This is where a period where it actually the price went down, but also the supply went down. What happened next, right? So I think that, and I'll try to find another place where this happened, but for the moment, and this is not something that happens quite often, but for the moment, we are in situations even like this, when you can see here in a smaller time frame, when the price went down here, the supply was still going down, and what happened next? We had a big rally again. Even here, the supply went down. Again, we had the price increase. So if we look on this scale, for the moment, it seems that we might be in a situation like that. I know most of the people are bearish right now, and of course it is a possibility that we might enter a bear market, but I think that there are a lot of indicators that are showing otherwise. Or this was not confirmed from all macro indicators perspective. So even if, for example, Bitcoin, let's say, had its top, we do have a chance of at least having a retracement, and then we will see a big movement, hopefully, in the alts as well. So even if the bear market started and we have a retracement for Bitcoin, we still will have a good price movement in crypto. So that's what I wanted to show you for today. Thank you for watching, and if I don't have any video in December, but probably I will, I wanted to wish you happy holidays and very good vacations. So thank you very much and have a great day.